Welcome into Moving the Chains, brought to you by Founders Federal Credit Union. I'm Kevin Thomas alongside Jerel Hendricks. Got a great interview today, a very special guest for a 2026 season preview, and that's the head coach of the Rock Hill Bearcats, Leon Boulware. Coach, how you doing today?
Doing well, guys. How are you guys?
Doing well. We appreciate your time. We really do. If this is you guys' first time tuning in, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter/X, Instagram, YouTube, and more at Movin Chains, our website, movinchains.com, and our podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, and more. Coach Boulware will be heading into the second season with the Bearcats. They went 7-5 last year and fell in the second round of the playoffs. Coach, let's start with some scheme stuff. Any changes for what you guys are doing offensively, defensively this year, and what's it going to look like on the field on Friday nights?
No, not too much. I mean, we're fortunate enough to bring back all our coordinators. Able to change a little bit schematically on the defensive side of the ball, just so we can get a couple more athletes on the field. So we'll line up in a three-man front. We'll give a multiple at some point. So we will walk down to a 3-4, 4-3, or five-man front. But other than that, man, I'm excited about my coordinators. They're doing a really good job.
Let's talk about that, Coach. Like, did you make any changes on the staff? Did you keep the staff in place, or what do you have going on there?
Yeah, so I was able to retain probably 97% of the staff. Then I was able to add Spencer Carroll, who came in. He was out in Oklahoma for a while. The name sounds familiar in the area because that's Bobby Carroll's son. He does a really good job. He's a co-coordinator on defense for me. And then promoted Ron Parker, who played in the league for a while and was at Newberry College, so they co-coordinated on the defensive side of football.
We're talking to you now, Coach. It's early, mid-August here, so you've been through all your spring practice, all your 7-on-7 and summer stuff. What did you learn about this group that makes you excited for this season?
Man, how talented we are. We're very talented. We're a year older, a year stronger. But more than anything, these guys love to compete. They love to play for each other. And they respect each other. I mean, a lot of times when you have a talented team, there's a lot of odd individuals, but our guys are doing a good job of playing unselfish football over these last couple of months. So excited to see it all come together now. The light's about to come on in another week. So excited to see how they do it when it does come on.
How do you keep that team chemistry up? This is an era of, social media, and everybody's got a video guy, and everybody wants to get the highlights on Huddle and Instagram. How do you kind of keep that team cohesive and chemistry amongst your squad?
So my honest answer is it's frustrating.
I like that one.
But to be honest with you, man, we talk to our kids. I talk to them daily about, hey, we got to get everybody to the table, and then at that point, everybody can eat. So they got to play for each other. No scouts coming to watch you if you're losing anyway. So in order for you to win, you got to play together to get the scouts to come to the table. And a lot of our kids been playing together since rec ball. So they know each other well. They complement each other. But we have to have those conversations weekly, daily sometimes, just because that's the era we're in. And that's what we signed up for as coaches. And we have to make sure that the egos don't get in the way.
Coach, we'd love to shine a light on some of the great kids we've gotten across our state. Who are some playmakers you've identified that could be big players for you this Friday, or I guess on Fridays this fall we should keep an eye out for?
Man, if y'all got a lot of time, I can give them to you.
I got the notepad right here, Coach. We got you.
Man, we'll start it off, man. I'm excited about this kid. He was our kicker last year, James Eckert. James is now putting the ball in the back of the end zone. He's hitting 55-yard field goals with some extra leg room, and he's put a lot of work in his offseason. And then you return your high production guy on defense with Caleb Wright at the linebacker spot. Jay Sean Cup is now an addition to our defense. Then we start looking at that secondary side of the ball. You got Miles JoJo Brooks, Caden Watkins, Nigel Lightner, Zymir Gordon Miles. Then you got a young cat that's putting his name in the mix, and you'll hear his name a little bit this season. It'll be Ashton Carter. So we got about 5 guys there that can go. And then, of course, that D-line rotation is kind of crazy. I can sit here and name all of them. That defensive line we're pretty deep. We like 3 deep on the defensive line right now in terms of just trying to figure out who's going to be the starting group for that group. Our offensive line is led by Ames Oliver, Michael Toddy, Christian Payton, Tripp Pittman, and Var Thompson. That group is doing a really good job. And then you go into those same guys playing on the offensive side of the ball with Caden Watkins, JoJo Brooks, Nigel Lightner, Zymir Gordon Miles, Donovan Franklin. Then you got Devin Irby. We got a committee of running backs. Then Jonah Young is still going to be our trigger man, but Jalen Cup will come in and mix it up for us. I mean, he's a top receiver, but he's also can come in and line up at quarterback and do some things in our Wildcat package. Moot Neal is another one that's going to surprise a lot of people that we're excited about seeing what he does. And then Briggs Talbot is one of our top baseball kids that we weren't able to get on the field last year due to an injury, who's had a heck of an offseason. And so his name, he's going to light it up a little bit for us as well. And if I miss somebody, I'm pretty sure my kids are going to call me out. And I'm pretty sure I probably screwed it up and missed somebody. But, man, all our kids in our program are important to what we do. And I tell them all the time, man, some guys' roles are smaller than others. But at the end of the day, we got to have every kid in our program do what they do for us to be successful.
Coach, that's an impressive list of names, but I'm kind of hung up. You started that list off with a kicker, and we really don't hear that very often. You know, special teams is a phase of football that kind of gets forgotten sometimes. You know, is that a point of emphasis for you to make sure that you guys are, you know, doing things right in the kicking game and special teams?
Man, as much work as he put in, if we don't shout that kid out, he's probably like one of the top kickers in the state of South Carolina. Just in our scrimmage the other night, he flips the field. I think he kicked from our 35 and flips the field. And then with the defense we have, man, that's huge and is important for us. Anytime we feel like we can cross the 40, we know we can get 3 points out of it. So that's huge for us within what we're trying to do.
Coach, who you guys have lined up for a jamboree? I'm sure you're getting after it probably tomorrow night on Friday, but who you got squared up against?
Monroe. So we'll play with Monroe out of North Carolina. I think 2 years ago they won the state championship, so it'd be a good physical test, especially with the game opener, and we know they're going to run the ball at us. So want to make sure our kids are prepared going into the Irma week, that we see a team that's going to be able to try to run the football on us.
Coach, we'll talk about your region schedule here in a little bit, but your non-region schedule is pretty tough as well. Like you mentioned, opening up with Irma, Ashley Ridge, South Point, Ridgeview Hill. I mean, just the names keep going on. And, you know, especially with RPI and things like that being a factor, you know, how do you anticipate that, you know, helping your team build towards the region and your ultimate goal of being successful in the playoffs?
And the biggest piece is, I think I had some people ask me, was I crazy? But at the end of the day, man, we got to build 1 week at a time. And so our non-region, it is what it is. With the regions changing in our area, we weren't able to get some of the teams that we usually play. So we had to go out to the Charleston area. We got to take a long trip down to Hilton Head. We're looking forward to opening up with Irmo. So we're going to be tested early, and that's what we need in order to play in the region that we have to play in. So we're excited to see where we go within that non-region schedule that tunes us up for our region schedule.
You know, Coach, you mentioned the Irmo game. I've seen some chatter online about that one, a little back and forth. Is that something where, you got a heavy hitter to start off with? You start, prepping for that a little bit earlier, maybe in the offseason, working on a couple things here and there. And what are you expecting in that ball game against Coach Brand's bunch?
Yeah, man, it's been a lot said. But I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you, man. We've been focusing on us. Yeah. Right now, we know we are our worst enemy, so we have to focus on us and improving. But I will say this, that my guys have been training and speed working in the sand pits ever since we've been called out that we playing in the sandbox. So we've been working in the sand the last couple of days, so we're trying to get ready for that game.
That's the thing. 5A Region 2, we always highlight that one. Sometimes it shuffles as it has this year, but it always remains a gauntlet. Heavy hitters, Northwestern, Dorman, Bowling Springs, the Spartanburg schools. What are you looking forward most about, changing regions and playing some new teams? And, again, I feel like iron sharpens iron. You really think that helps you guys to set up for the playoffs? Yeah,
I wouldn't have it any other way. That's back in the day, down 85 every Friday night is what we did. We went down 85. We're getting a taste of that again. So I'm excited for our kids to experience that piece of it. And I feel like somebody out of our region, when you look at our region schedule, is competing in that upper state championship game, competing for a state championship. So, yes, we're going to be week to week getting tested, but, that's what we signed up the coach and play football for, to be at your best and play the best around the state of South Carolina.
Obviously, Coach, you're in Football City, USA. You know it as well as anybody that it's just breeds talent there. And with the recent success of, Northwestern and South Point winning state titles, is it something that you're like, hey, man, it's time for us to get us one? I guess, how does that kind of feed into your program, seeing what the guys are doing right up the road there?
I'll be honest with you. We don't look across the railroad tracks or look down the street to see what's going on. It's enough chatter in the community. Our kids understand it. They grew up in it, so they understand what the expectations are. Every year we kick it off, our expectations to be in Orangeburg or Columbia, whatever the state championship may be each year. But expectations don't change. Every year when we put that hat on, it's time to try to go get one. And so that was the goal last year with year one. I think some people may call it overachievement. Some people said we had a good season with 7-5. We won at the state championship game, so I didn't do my job to get us to where we need to be. So we got to continue to work to get to where we're trying to go.
Coach, I do want to ask you, I think last year you were hired a little bit late in the process. It kind of felt like there. Is it a little more, smoother this year? Now you're kind of, fully settled in, got to put in your full off-season, plans. How has that been, I guess, easier for you maybe this year, having a little more time on your hands and kind of getting your system installed there?
Super excited. We didn't get an off-season at all last year. I think I was hired late in the process, and I had a week to put the staff together. And then after we got the staff together, we met on that Saturday, Sunday, and we had spring ball that Monday. So now our kids are living in the weight room this off season, going through installments all year long. So we are now probably 10 miles ahead of where we were last year at this point. And our guys know the expectations. They know every expectation that we ask for them within this program. And so we're a lot. I would say we're headed right now where we were last year. I'll leave it at that.
Everyday life means everyday expenses. Spend smarter with a Founders Federal Credit Union credit card, offering you low rates and big rewards where it matters most. Enjoy all the benefits of saving while using your Founders Essential MasterCard. Make every swipe and tap count with smart rates, big rewards on select cards, and no balance transfer or annual fees. Because your money should go where you want it to. That's the power of Founders Federal Credit Union. Apply today at foundersfcu.com. Relax. You're with Founders.
All right, Coach, we got a couple easier ones for you. This is a question we ask every guest. We gas up the bus. We head to Rock Hill every year to catch a game, whether it's you or the Crosstown Rivals. We weren't talking about them too much. But if we're coming to a game over there in Rock Hill, where's some restaurants that we need to hit up before the game?
Man, so I watch y'all a lot, and I know y'all like a good hot dog. So,
always.
I don't know if we're gonna offer a hot dog that good at our stadium, but if you go over to Hot Dog Depot, man, they got all the hot dogs you want. Any type of hot dog, they do a really good job. Helen Hot Chicken is another must stop, and then Wing Bones is another one that is a must stop.
Perfect. I think we checked out Wing Bones last time. That was a good place.
We did.
That was a good call there.
Swing over there to Helen's if you like, man. They got all the they got different types of seafood, the shrimp, the fried crab. Pretty good.
Perfect. Well, last one, Coach. I know you kind of set expectation every year is to win. What are some goals you have set for this year for 2026?
I want to see our guys play together, play Rock Hill style of football. Be dominant on all three levels of the game, and then of course just continue to compete in our region. But we want to chase the region championship. We want to be in the mix when we start talking about the big teams. When it gets down to late December, late November, early December, we need to be in the mix. So we got to handle our business early on. We got to do things, and things obviously got to fall the right way. But our kids got to continue to work, and we got to continue to work as a staff to achieve those goals.
Well, this has been great. I want everyone to go follow Coach Boulware and the Rock Hill program on social media. They do a great job posting updates on their kids and their program. Certainly check them out on there. Like I mentioned, follow us on all social media and our podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, and more. Moving the Chains, brought to you by Founders Federal Credit Union. Jerel, anything else for Coach? Let him go today.
Well, Coach, just want to thank you for coming on. We were talking off air. It's the third time you've been able to join us. So, man, it's been really cool to follow your career over the years. You've left every place better than what you found it. And it's got to be, very cool for you to see those programs still doing well after you've left. So that speaks to the foundation that you've laid there. Excited to see what this bunch is going to be able to do this year. again, we know the expectation of being in Football City, USA. So we're looking forward to talking a lot of Rock Hill football this upcoming season. And stay healthy and good luck this year.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys do to cover high school football.
Appreciate you, Coach. Look forward to stopping by a game here. Get to see you again soon, and best of luck, all right?
Hey, Kevin, don't say you're going to stop by and we don't see you now. So,
you know I love D3. You know I love D3 Stadium. Not to make it happen.
Just let us know. We'll take care of you.
Get ready for the ultimate South Carolina high school football experience with Movin The Chains. From previews to recaps, we've got you covered. Dive into our expert preview shows, predicting winners and sharing insights. Then join us post-game for the thrilling recaps, exclusive interviews, and highlights you won't find anywhere else. Plus, connect with fellow fans on our Friday night spaces on Twitter/X. No one covers South Carolina high school football like us. Join us at Movin Chains on all social media platforms and visit movinchains.com today.